Hello guys, welcome to the series Learn from Beginners. I believe this is the 5th game I'm showing on my channel, so if you're new here, welcome. This is the series where I analyze beginner chess games, so you will learn some stuff and I believe you will also enjoy in this amazing masterpiece which was sent to me by one of the players. And this game features some blunders and some positions which may occur in your own games. If you will watch the game till the end, you can comment in the comments down below and share your experience with us if those things happened in your own games. So stay tuned and watch the game till very end and enjoy. I think you will love it. So let me get to the players. Here we have Jack Top from Jack Top 63 from Italy against Loli the King from Slovenia. So let's see what happened in this amazing chess game. We have Jack Top started with e4. We have e6 going for the French. We have d4 and d5. The French defense is on the board. And if you are a French player, here the most played move is developing the knight to c3 or e5 or developing the knight to d2. But we have an early exchange. So the exchange French, e takes on d5, e takes on d5, and now bishop to e3, which is the move I don't hate, but I prefer to develop the knights first. We have knight to f6, nice square for the knight. We have bishop to d3, so white player is usually prefers the development of the bishops before the knights. This is not the right approach. In chess, we have bishop to d6, a nice move, and knight to f6, knight to f3, sorry. Castles by black and castles by white, and h6 preventing any knight jumps or pins. A very useful move by black, so very principle. We have knight from b to d2 and bishop to g4, a very nice pin. And here in this position, h3 was played, and bishop goes back to h5, and now we have a game. The position is equal, as you can see by the evil. White is slightly better. This is not much, and now we have now the real chess begins. We have queen to c1. Sorry. We have not c1. We have queen to e1. And why is this move an inaccuracy? This move is an inaccuracy because black has got a clear plan. The rooks belong to the semi-open and open file. So the rook is eyeing that queen. And your queen is pinned, or this bishop is pinned. We have bishop to e2, the second inaccuracy, and bishop to g6, attacking this pawn, as you can see. And now we have queen goes back to d1. So a lot of maneuvering with the queen and not knowing where to put the queen. And here in this position, black played, as you can see, black is better because white lost some moves with the queen, and black got a very nice development in. And here he played, I really can't explain what was the idea behind this move, and he played c5. This is the clear sign that maybe he miscalculated, but this pawn is free. And here I will show you two lines because I thought that they are interesting. The first, this is the solid line. You play just c6 and you cement the d5 pawn. And then we would see something like c4. White needs to strike in the center and get rid of his backwards pawn. Knight to d7 and queen to b3. And this would be perfectly fine for both players. The game would continue. Black is slightly better because his development is white lost some moves and black got some easy moves in. And the second line is after queen to d1 is you sacrifice the rook for activity. Rook takes on e3. You need to accept the piece. F takes on e3, and now you put the queen on e7. You're putting a lot of pressure on this pawn. So if you don't want to lose the pawn, you need to play king to f2, which looks ugly move to play, but I think none of the beginner players would play that move. We have knight to d7 and bishop to d3, challenging this strong bishop. Knight to e4, we check and king goes back to g1. And at the end of the line, as you can see, white is up the exchange, but black is slightly better because of the activity of the pieces and space advantage. But so I wanted to show those two lines, but we have d takes on c5, which I don't hate, and bishop goes back to c7, and now we have b4. The mistake in the game, white wanted to defend this c5 pawn, but here he should continue the game with bishop to d3 to exchange this important bishop, and we would see something like knight e4, and the game would continue. But if we go back, b4 was played, and now knight to c6, putting some pressure on that b4 pawn. And what do you play now with the white pieces? Do you defend the pawn? White played a3. And this is a big blunder. This is a losing move. I'm going to show you why. The point is that if you're black, you need to solve d4. d4 just traps the bishops. Because bishop has got no square, this bishop is covering f4 square, and the pawn is nicely covering the g5 square, and the bishop cannot retreat. So we would see something like, the best thing for you to do is to sack the bishop for a pawn. So bishop takes on h6, g takes on h6, rook to e1, and queen goes to d5. And as you can see by the eval, it's plus 2.35 for black. So black is winning this game. But unfortunately, in this position, black missed the winning idea and he played b6. He made a big blunder himself. Why is this a big blunder? Because he missed the opportunity to win the game, and now white gets rid of his double pawns. C takes on b6, a takes on b6, and now we have queen to b1. The second big blunder of the game. And why is this a big blunder? It's again the same stuff. Black can play d4. And the point is that this bishop is trapped. Like we said earlier, this square is covered and this square is covered. So the best thing for white to do would be to attack this knight, and this would come with the threat on the rooks. So we would see something like black has a winning move in Zwischenzug because d takes on e3, wins the game. Bishop takes on c6, but now we have not giving a check, but capturing the piece. E takes on d2, bishop takes on e8, and knight takes on e8. Queen goes to d1, and bishop to f4, nicely cementing this pawn and keeping it defended. So as you can see, it's plus 3.6 for black. Black is completely winning. This was just the line. Black, of course, didn't saw that, and he was going for the mating attack, and he played queen to d6. Black is hoping to somehow this knight will jump to d4 square and he will deliver mate, but you don't play hope chess. And now in this position we have bishop to d3. Black should play knight to e4, and then we see something like bishop takes on e4, d takes on e4, and knight jumps to c4. You attack the black queen. Queen goes to d5, attacking the c4 knight, and this knight is attacked, so you need to defend it. And you play knight from f to d2, you defend the c4 knight. And now b5, trying to dislodge the c4 knight. Knight to a5, queen goes to e5, you're threatening mate on h2 square, and now you need to prevent mate with g3, and then we would see something like capturing the knight, b takes on a5, and bishop takes on a5, and at the end of the line, black is much better. White, black has got a bishop pair, very nice bishops, the rooks are nicely placed, this king is very weak, so I'll choose black in this position. But after this move, bishop to d3, beginners like to trade pieces, and we have bishop takes on d3, c takes on d3, and now d4. Missed opportunity. Black had two chances of playing d4, and he chose to play d4 at the right and at the wrong time. And now we have now white has got a Zwischenzug, and I'm really fascinating that white found this move, because this is the only move, otherwise your bishop is getting trapped. Queen to c4 nicely attacks the queen, and the bishop has got two squares to run away. And we have we have queen goes to e6, which is an inaccuracy, and bishop goes to d2, which the point is that queen to e6 is an inaccuracy, because you need to keep an eye on that d4 pawn. And white was just thinking that his bishop is attacked and he needs to move the bishop. But the point is that you can grab this pawn and you have a better position, and we would see trades. And at the end of the line, white is now better. It's plus 0.9, so white is better, as you can see. But unfortunately, he missed, and he thought that his bishop would get taken, and he moved it backwards. And now we have knight jumps to e5. This was I'm going to put it a mistake mark. Black wants to trade pieces because black has got no plans of continuing this game, and we have some trades. Captures, bishop captures. Black gave his best piece, his dark square bishop, and we can see that this guy can't really evaluate what his strong piece on the board is. So I think this bishop was really his best piece to win the game, but he just gave it up. We have knight takes, queen takes, and rook to e1. Now white has got its bishop versus a knight, so we will see who will win this game. Queen goes to d5, bishop to f4, a very nice square for the bishop, slicing this long diagonal, and knight to h5, which is an inaccuracy. And here I really can't explain the thought process from white, as you will see. You need to move the bishop back. This is the best move because this knight is awkwardly placed on this h5 square, and now you're slicing along this long diagonal. This knight really can't jump, has got no squares, and needs to come back to f6 square and find some better squares. But after knight to h5, here white played bishop to d2. Again, going back, and we have a rook to e6, which is a mistake, because the point is, after trading the rooks, which white played, f takes on e6, you need to find a4. You need to get that passed pawn, and after knight to f6, this is the best approach. You play a5, king goes to h7, and now queen to c1, nicely controlling that c file, which this unfortunately didn't happen in the game. After the trade of rooks, we have queen goes to e1. This is what white played. I don't hate this move. We have rook to e8, nicely putting the rook on to defend the pawn and maybe trying to push the pawn to get rid of his backward pawn. And now we have queen goes to e2, attacking the knight. So one mover, knight jumps to f6, and bishop goes back to f4. This bishop was 2 moves ago placed on this square, and this bishop belongs on this diagonal, like I said, and black has got no plans, and he just repeat moves and plays knight to h5. I think black wants a draw, but he's got enough time to win the game. He's got 1 minute on the clock, and they are in the end game. Bishop goes to d7. White clearly doesn't see this long diagonal because after this game he would probably know that bishop is better placed here because it controls the knight. Bishop to d2 and knight to f6. And now we have rook to e1, which is a mistake. And this move I really liked when black played it, b5. The point of this move that now white missed his opportunity to create a passed pawn, like I said earlier, and now this pawn prevents white from pushing a4 because black would get a passed pawn. And now we have queen goes to d1 and e5, a very nice move. I really like it. You need to get rid of this backwards pawn and get that e4 move in. We have queen goes to c1. Really can't explain this move, maybe trying to attack on the c file. And now we have e4. I really like this move, but here I can show you the line. The position is equal, how black can equalize the game quickly and one drawish line. You play queen b3. And now after f4, you try to attack this pawn. You cannot capture, but you can, but you can't. We have e takes on f4, rook takes on e8, knight takes on e8, and queen goes on c8, threatening to pick up the knight, but black is faster. Queen goes to d1 with check, king goes up the board to h2, and now you pick up the bishop. White picks up the knight with check, king goes to h7, and this is a draw because white has got a perpetual check, as you can see. But that didn't happen. White played queen to c1, and now the real amazing stuff begins. So buckle up. We have e4 trying to challenge white, and now we have d takes on e4, knight takes on e4, and we have bishop goes back to f4. What has got white with that bishop f4 move? The bishop came to this square 3 times and always retreated to d2 square. Rook to f8. I'm going to give this move this amazing mark because I really like the move. You're putting some pressure on the bishop and on that f2 pawn. And now we have bishop goes back to h2, which is a big blunder. And this is the critical moment. I'm going to ask you guys to pause the video and find the winning idea in this position while I give you a couple of seconds. Here it's not so hard. If you're paying attention, you play d3. And the point is that the threat is fork on the queen and on the rook. And the only way white can prevent fork is to play bishop to f4. But you don't care and you execute d2 because white has got nothing better to give up the piece. We would see something like captures, knight captures on d2, and now if you're white and you try to pin this knight, black would just play rook to d8, and what do you play now? If you play, let's say for example, queen to c2, you can get even mated because knight to f3, and if you move the king to h1, we have queen takes the rook, queen takes, and rook takes on d1. This is a nice mate because the knight is nicely covering the h2 square, so you need to be very careful. But we are in learn from beginners, and unfortunately that didn't happen because beginner players like to grab some pawns, and we have rook takes on f2, which is how did I miss this? This is a mistake. And now we have, what's wrong with this move? What's wrong with this move? White played queen to c8, which is not so good. This is a mistake. The point is that this rook is free because white has got an amazing move, and you just get rid of the defender of the rook. The knight was nicely defending the rook, and now this rook will fall. So the best thing for you to do is to sack the rook for the pawn. Rook takes on g2, king takes, and now you pick up the rook on e4, king goes to g1, and white is completely winning. But white missed, and he gave a check because if you don't know what to do, you need to give a check. This is what beginners think. King goes to h7 and queen to c2. Oh my goodness. He gave the queen for free, and as you can see on the clock, white has got black has got 17 seconds on the clock, and white has got 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock. This is I have no words for this. And oh yeah, now is the time. if you're enjoying, please feel free to subscribe, hit that like, and share this video with your friends, so we can all learn from beginners. Let we continue with the game. Of course, black thought that queen is free, so he grabbed the queen. Rook goes to f1, and now we have knight to c3. The threat is mate on g2 square, so we need to prevent mate. And now rook to f2 was played. I'm going to show you a quick checkmating idea from white. You need to give a check, a very nice check. And now let's say, for example, if you block with the rook, you give knight to e2 check. If the king goes, let's say, for example, to f2 square to pick up the knight, you play queen delivers check on f5. This pawn is nicely covering the e3 square. And if let's say, for example, king takes the knight, you first pick up the rook. The king cannot escape via the dark square, so we need to go to d2 square, and d1 is mate. And here, let's say, for example, if you go to h1 square, you just pick up the rook, and even if you block, you pick up the bishop. You need to go to h2 square, and this is a nice checkmate. So, but here in this position, black missed this, and he's having 13 seconds on the clock, but I wouldn't mind if he took the rook with the rook, but he took the pawn with the queen. And now white took the queen with the rook. Rook captures, king captures, and d3. Yeah, I think he calculated that he would get another queen in the game. But now we are in the end game. 7 seconds against 1 minute. We have king f2, d2, bishop to d6, queen, king to e3, just giving away the bishop for free. Of course, you need to take the bishop. King to f3, queen d1 check. You need to, in this position, if you got 6 seconds on the clock, first you need to grab all of the pawns, so you will get at least a draw, and then you need to try to cut out the white king and try to ladder mate him. You got 3 pawns. You need to remove every move, and let's see what happens. King e3, queen a1, king goes to d3, queen takes the pawn, king goes to c2. You need to grab the pawn. Black grab the pawn, king goes to d3. White is just shuffling. Queen goes to h4, nicely played. King takes the knight. Queen takes the pawn on h3. King goes to b4. Oh my god, playing with the king. You need to, here it's very easy. You need to you need to play queen to d7 and just push the pawn and then later mate him. Easy stuff. King goes to f5. We have king goes to c6, queen e3, king d6, queen d3 check, king goes to e7, h5, nice. King goes to f7, h4. King takes the pawn, h3. Black is getting another queen in the game. You have king goes to f7, h2, king to e7, h1 queen, king goes to f7, queen from h to f1, king goes to e7. What is black doing? 2 seconds. You can mate in 2 seconds. Just remove every move. Oh my god, playing with the king. King goes to e4, king to e6, king goes to f4, king to f6, queen delivers check on g4, king goes to g7, and oh my goodness, what is he doing? Just bring the queen closer to that king. we have queen g1, king goes to f6, and after queen to f3, check, king goes to e6, and it was draw because black lost the time. So this is it. I think you enjoy it, and if that happened in your chess game, feel free to comment in the comments down below. And like I said earlier, if you want your game to be picked and analyzed on my channel, if you're a beginner player, if you're enjoying in the series, you can send me your game. The link of my mail is in the description below. You can check it out. And like I said, if the game delivers amazing chess content for my channel, for chess community, I may pick your game and show it on my channel. So stay tuned, and we will be back with more chess content to come. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.